Welcome. All right, who we got? What's up, Blame Tag? Irish, Hero, Hybrid, Mel, Mad Dog. Welcome. Give everybody a second here. My hat's like really square tonight. I don't know why. Oh well. No big deal. Hello, Blank Stairs. How are you? What's up, Maiden? Good to see you. So it looks like everything is working well. Okay. Just a couple more seconds. Let's see if we have any Facebook folk pop in. By the way, if there's anybody watching that's just curious as to what this is, feel free to join the chat. Introduce yourself. Bitch about your job, your boss, whatever. Come on. We're not shy. At this point, anyway. We're past the point of no return on that. Speaking of past the point of no return, so let's get this out of the way real fast. Wednesday, we have a birthday. You are cordially invited to come celebrate 2 years of industry nonsense. That'd be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern with our new co-host, The Irish Connection. Speaking of The Irish Connection, we're going to add a little segment in. Sorry, I didn't get back with you, Irish. We're going to do Irish Connection's Fact of the Week. So, Irish, just to let you know, I think I'm going to do that like as soon as we come out of the intro. And give everybody the time to join in. We're going to kick off the whole stream, going forward with the fact of the week. So yes, you'll even have your own little graphic card and everything. So I haven't made it yet, but I'll get around to it. So yeah, 2 years. That's crazy, man. I'd sent Irish the thumbnail before I posted it, just to let him know. And he's like, wow, I can't believe it's been 2 years. Uh-oh. We have a capper in the house. What's up, Shahid? So, what you guys got? First of all, I don't know if some of you did the post that I had on Twitter, the damn CNBC article talking about how divorce improved everybody's work life. What the fuck kind of shit is that, man? I mean, what are we doing right now? I mean, what did it say? It was, the headline was, to be exact, for some, a divorce has a positive effect on their work, study finds. Blame Tag, did you dig into that? I'm curious as to how many people they polled. Probably like, 4 or some shit like that. Also, too, real quick, the poll ended that I had posted about what people are looking for when they go to apply for a new job. If I could find it, I should have had this pulled up, but no, that's not what we do here. It's all fly by the seat of your pants kind of stuff. Here we go. So in searching for a new job, what is the most important factor for you? The choices were wages, work-life balance, affordable benefits, and the culture. 156 votes. Final result was work-life balance wins at 46.2, wages at 44.2, the culture at 6.4, and affordable benefits at 3.2. I was really depressed that the culture didn't come in last, but that's close enough. So, Blame Tag says, Clopin today, 4 days into 6 straight. Yep, that sucks. Hybrid says, stress makes you a workaholic to forget their problems. Yep. Blame Tag says, my divorce had a positive effect on every aspect of my life, but that, I think, is what you had posted. Mad Dog says, Blame Tag, I am on day 11, all closing with open to closes sprinkled in there. Yay, us. So, how did you get yourself into that fucking mess, Mad Dog? That sucks. That's why the only keys I have are these. And this is my personal life keys. Keep enjoying your sanity. Don't take them. Not worth it. It's a pain in the ass. Phone calls, when you're off, phone calls when you're on vacation, when you're out of town, because people all of a sudden lose their fucking mind and can't figure out how to do anything once you're gone. Nope. Nope. Retired. Happily retired from that mess. Oh, wow. Maiden says, I put my notice in at my current job for a better opportunity. Tried to be nice and give them more than a 2-week notice and have been treated like garbage in the meantime. That's what I get for trying to be nice, I guess. That's kind of shocking, Maiden, given the line of work that you were in. That's kind of counterintuitive from the whole message, is it not? You know, you treat your employees like that's horrible. And I'm not going to get into what you do. I'm not going to say any of that. So, but I know what you're doing, and that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Hybrid says, yeah, don't miss it, really. Nope. How was Anderson, Hybrid? You still there? Mad Dog says, well, when people get fired and the other two quit because they would actually have to work, and the one new hire backed out at the 11th hour and the other one had to work a 3-week notice. Hey, guess what? Better you than me. I don't have to deal with that shit. Godspeed. Maiden says, a life lesson that a job really is a job. Yep, regardless of the calls, huh? So Hero doing some fact checking for us. Said 39% said positive effect, but 44% said it had a negative. So what's the point of the headline? Oh, I tell you exactly what the point of the headline is. We're talking about how work is the end all be all of every fucking thing, and that's what they're trying to do. That's just asinine. Let me get back to that. I want to see that. For some, a divorce has a positive effect. Oh, see, they framed it for some. Yeah, whatever. Albert says, I'm in Hickson, Tennessee right now, but she saw me and literally ran into my arms. Aw. Mad Dog says, still don't drink, but seem to be taking more pills lately. That's what'll happen. Mel says, whoever said if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life was sadly mistaken. Okay. For the most part, yes. But let me spin that just a little bit about something, if you find yourself in a situation that you're passionate about. I worked my ass off at Guitar Center, but I didn't consider it work. Working everywhere else, when I got a truck, it was, I got a truck. When we got a truck at Guitar Center, it was like Christmas. So there's a little bit of truth to it, but it's not everybody finds it because, you have to be in that business that you're passionate about. And if you're not passionate about whatever you're doing and it's just a job, of course, you are 100% right, Mel. But if you're lucky enough to find something that you really love, yeah, it really doesn't feel like work. My first year at Guitar Center, I had to give you guys an idea, it was over $10,000 worth of overtime for the year. That's how much I love that shit. Shahid says, I will definitely take that into consideration if any future opportunities present themselves. Yes. Mad Dog says, I love that Disturbed is coming to Charlotte in July, so I have to work to support my habit. Man, after Down with the Sickness, that was it for me. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people, this is a hot take that a lot of people will not like. Once they jumped the shark and did the Sound of Silence, it was over for me. Over. Nah. What's the guitar player's name? Dan Donegan or whatnot. It's all right, but I haven't done really anything recently that I've seen that, checks any boxes. However, Mad Dog, I highly recommend you search out Villa Valo and his record Neon Noir. And if you don't like it, you don't have a soul. That's all I'm saying. There. Blame Tech says, I got another rut to bust, but I got an article in mind about how they misrepresent information like that. Yeah. They do. And it's all a positive work spin. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's like, divorce is terrible. I mean, you have families that get broken up from that shit. People lose their kids and all this other stuff. And that has a positive effect on work. No, the fuck it don't. Yeah, based on the pizza one. Yeah. I saw where that jumped back up on Reddit again. And I looked at the comments. I was waiting to see if you jumped in there, but it is what it is. There was another article that was posted. I posted it on Twitter too, where the people in the comments did actually research and see how many people were polled. It was the one that was like 800 and something people, the ones that regretted, quiet quitting or the great resignation or whatnot. Well, I mean, there you go, Mad Dog. You kept the puppies. That's like keeping children. So I know you don't say it that way, but it is. Also too, I'm going to throw this out there. I threw this blame tag last night. I had an idea for a new parody, and it is going to circle around like what blame tag just posted, the great regret. Try to find a way to take all the catchphrases and work it in, and we can take politics and all that stuff and throw it in there too. But imagine We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel with Retail Warzone appropriate lyrics. So feel free to message myself or blame tag if you have lyric ideas. The only thing I will say is if we cross into the political realm with that, it has to be bipartisan. Period. It can't be one-sided, because you guys know how I feel. Two heads, same snake. So it needs to be represented as such. Hero says, this article is making me mad. I'm done reading it now. It's not even good for starting a fire. There's the $1 million question from Irish Connection. Here's the real question. How many divorces have happened because of jobs? A lot. I guarantee you far more than this little bullshit study they got. And the studies are getting stupid, man. I mean, they're not, like the great regret that Blame Tag talked about. Now that I remember, it was an HR company who surveyed like 800 and something people, and the headline makes it out like, oh, a large percentage of workers regret. How many people, have left their job and went to get something better in the past year? A lot more than like 829 or whatever it was. And so the reporting's getting stupid. I mean, that is not, scientific theory, or, it's all skewed. And then when you look at it, when you see these surveys come out, it's all pro corporation. It's not pro worker at all. Period. None of them. Not a fucking one. And the ones that may be pro worker get buried down to where you never see them. That's why when we were going over the biases or whatnot, I had stuff from like, the University of Colorado. I mean, actual schools, doing research, trying, to figure stuff out. No, I mean, that's the big thing about the parody too is, it's going after the media. The media has done such a shitty job since the pandemic. When they jumped the shark and started, sucking back on the corporate teat and forgot that everybody was essential. Oh, they lost all of us at that point. It's just nonsense now. Just absolute fucking nonsense. Russell said that's probably their county's Walmart employees, about the right numbers to compare with 800. Yeah. It's like no taxation without representation. Well, 800 people don't represent the entire, pool of people who were part of the Great Resignation and are happy that they did it. I mean, technically speaking, could you take somebody like me who gave up keys and doesn't want keys anymore? Do I fit into the Great Resignation because I opted not to do that? Possible. But the media moves the goalposts so many fucking times. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Hero says, it's all very fluid. The new essential oil, ready to burn. Yep, basically. That's very good. So it's just stupid. I mean, the media has done such a terrible job. And I guess, the media is really, looking to enrage the boomer generation even more because they're the ones watching this shit. And they're the ones, oh, these younger people don't want to work, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Fuck y'all. I mean, it's just not true. Absolutely not true. And, I will go into a little bit of a real world scenario. So I was working the other day, and as I'm stocking next to an employee talking to a customer, I heard the triggering phrase, well, nobody wants to work. I'm like, oh, I got to keep working right here because I want to hear this mess. And I did, and I listened. And after the discussion was over, I asked the other employee about it. And I said, so do you really think people don't want to work? And they were like, well, yeah, some. I said, okay, that's fair. But the conversation they had with the customer was how places were lowering their standards. And, the employee told me, well, our standards have been lowered. I'm like, whose standards? Whose standards are we worried about? We were all raised different, sure. But things progress, things change. And the standard in 1950 is not the standard of 2023, right? Those goalposts move too. And, we got to talking about tattoos, and the employee said, well, people with a lot of tattoos, they just don't look clean. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. But does that mean they can't run a cash register? Does that mean they can't help you with your job? Does that mean that they can't, go get shopping carts or whatnot? And they were like, well, no. And I'm like, exactly. And the point I was trying to make is, if you're a business talking about how you can't find employees and you're picking and choosing who the fuck you want to hire, you need to shut up because you can't have it both ways. You just cannot. So it was an interesting conversation. Blame Tag says the only lowered standard is the age restriction. Yeah, at this point, child labor is on its way back, ain't it? Russell says, well, I got a 65-cent raise, so I was happy with that, especially after missing 3 weeks of work in December. Hey, that's good, man. That's better than, getting a quarter, or a nickel or whatnot. Mad Dog says, Irish, they are all good with the money that comes in, but when it comes to the shit times like now, they get pissy. I don't want to go out all the time, and someone who doesn't work retail doesn't understand you have acted all day long, and sometimes you just need to crawl back into your shell and chill. That's true. You have to have somebody who understands it. That's a great thing about Hero. I mean, her and I both worked in the same business. So she gets it. She understands. But I can 100% see if you come from two different lifestyles, boy, marrying a retail manager, it's not advised. How about that? Especially if you don't have any background in it at all. And background doesn't mean, hey, I was a cashier when I was in high school. Nope, that doesn't count at all. So what you folks got? Anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to discuss? Like I said, these aren't topic notes. Oh, I know one real quick. Show of hands in the chat. Press F to pay your respects, so to speak. How many of you people have worked with or currently work with employees that have a God complex? They're not really that good. They might be serviceable, but they walk around acting like they are just the shit and the place would fall apart without them. You guys got any of them, folks? Yep. There's one hand raised. Who else you got? I mean, I know we all do. It's amazing to me how some employees convince themselves that they're so important to an organization when they could be replaced quicker than anybody. I mean, that's the thing. None of us are special. I mean, at all. I mean, nobody's non-replaceable, man. I mean, you die today, they're going to post your job tomorrow. You quit, guess what? That place was around long before you were there, and it's going to be around long after you're gone. I just don't understand the people who feel like they're carrying such of a burden and they refuse to see what everybody else is doing around them or understand what everybody else is doing around them. You've got a store, it's its own little ecosystem. Everybody plays a part. Everybody's a cog in that machine. Some cogs are bigger than others, yes. But, it's like anything else. If a machine breaks, you replace the part. So if somebody leaves, you replace them. I mean, and the people that walk around acting like their shit don't stink and they do nothing wrong, especially when you find out plenty of times that they do, that's the choice part of it all, is they think the whole thing would shut down without them, but day after day you see shit they fuck up. So it's like, come on, man. That is correct. Steve Jobs died and Apple is doing just fine. Although they have some questionable practices of their own. Flame Tech says, I'll admit, I've been that person and eventually came to the realization that nobody is replaceable. Correct. And that does happen. A lot of it has to do with the amount of work that you do. And it's not that, I think we get, especially with managers, okay? As a manager, you feel like you carry so much weight. But man, they'll drop you like a bad habit if they need to. And they'll find another person to put in your spot. Until your name is on the front of the building in lights and it's the sign out on the highway, guess what? You ain't shit, no matter how much you think you are. You may be appreciated. I mean, and that's cool. You may be somewhat well paid. That's cool too. But you ain't God, and quit walking around like your shit don't stink. Because, motherfuckers, some of y'all ain't as good as you think you are. And some of you wouldn't make it working for half the people in this chat. Boom. I think the cool kids call that, in like Call of Duty, headshot. Yeah. Lock and load. Well, blame tag, in episodes, I've admitted that, the first time, my first store manager gig, like over something kind of large, was with CVS. And I thought I was hot shit. I did. But you find out soon after, as long as you have the ability to change and you have the ability to learn from other people, along the line, you realize you're only as successful as the team that you have. But hey, don't feel bad, man. I think we've all done it, especially, our first couple of years or two of being in charge, because a lot of it's pride. A lot of it, you want to do well. And, it just comes with the territory, but it wears off. Hopefully. Some people it doesn't. Some people, they're like that till the day they die and they're miserable. But, the idea is to surround yourself with a good team of people to make everybody's job easier. And you don't, you never take credit personally for what the group does. And at the same time, you don't blame a person individually. You, as a manager, you should be like, well, that's my bad, I'll follow up. But you don't throw people under the bus. And those same people, those exact same fucking people who walk around like their shit don't stink and they're God, are the exact same ones that will throw people under the bus because they have no accountability. They will take no accountability whatsoever. If you call them out on something, they're going to blame somebody else. Or they're always going to be worried about what somebody else is doing. I mean, behavioral science is a thing, guys. Those people act the same way. Their names may be different. Their faces may be different. Buildings may be different, but they all act the same. That's not been disproven to me yet. Blank Stare says, newest assistant manager at my store claims he is, quote unquote, saving the store because no one else has been able to. I responded with, it's not worth saving. Well, after our discussion and seeing what you've been through, yeah, it's not. And that's the thing. Those kind of people, and you become a quote unquote fixer. And when you become a fixer, you find yourself stuck in a lot of situations that you'll spin out and burn out a lot faster. Mel says, not really related, but I was a CO once. Talk about some of those guys having God complex the worst. I'm not the smartest. What is a CO? I'm just curious. It may be something I know, but I'm not sure. Blame Tank says, a lot of it with me was that I was doing shit that nobody else could do, and what would they do without me? But in reality, it was just stuff that others didn't want to do or weren't trained on. Bingo. And do you know how many people out there work like that and refuse? There's people that refuse to train people properly. It's almost like job security. And it's also real easy to blame people. But, same thing. These people that walk around like that, they'll be like, well, this person sucks. And then you ask, well, have you trained them? And the answer is always, no. Well, no shit, Sherlock. How the fuck they supposed to get better if all you're doing is just throw them in and something and say, hey, go do this? Stupid. Fucking stupid. Have some leadership. Show some growth. Until then, shut up, Sally. Corrections officer. Got you. Boy, that had to be rough. Props, Mel. Props. That's, man. Ain't no way I could do that shit. I'm saying that right now. Hell no. What else we got? Commanding officer. Yeah. But yeah, those people, and then they're in every business, unfortunately. They're it's not limited to where you're at, but they just, it's irritating. I mean, it really is. Hero says, don't fuss at them not doing their job right if you didn't do yours. Correct. I mean, you people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And oftentimes they're very disrespectful, to management. And oftentimes they'll talk a lot of shit about people, but won't say that shit to the people they're talking about. And that's always fun. Always. So, anyway. Just wear the trench coat to fit. Russell, that trench coat's been long retired, man. It got ripped up and shit. It's in a box here somewhere. And I swear to God, one day I'm going to find the replacement. One day it's going to happen because I missed that coat. Damn it. Yeah, friggin' park. Okay, so let's talk about people that are assholes that are perfectly healthy that take up all the fucking handicap spots and the curbside pickup spots. I was sitting outside waiting for Hero to get off work, and I'm watching these three dudes in their pickup trucks park in all there's 4 handicap spots I'm looking at. They take the first 3, and then a legitimately disabled individual has to park in the one furthest away from the door and watch this gentleman get out struggling to get his walker. And it's people are assholes, man. Yes, that is some Dennis Leary. Actually, we're familiar with the song, and those lyrics were brought up on the way home. I'm not going to say those. That's not nice. But I know what you're at. But it's just, or like Hero says, they park in the fire lane to just run in. Or park, in our location, our pharmacy pickup window is right at the front of the store. The amount of people that'll park right in front of the fucking pharmacy window and run in and get something real quick, you guys are fucking assholes, man. Douchebags. No, but Irish, if you're still here, I know we had discussed about getting cart narcs on. I would love to see cart narcs spend some time going after non-handicapped people parking in those places. That would be great. But see, it's kind of like shoplifting in some places. Why do they do it? Because they get away with it. Nobody does anything about it. Nobody. I mean, the cops don't. What do they do? They fine them, maybe. I don't know. I've never seen it happen. But there should be something that happens to them that's severe enough that they won't do it again. If they're getting like a $50 fine or some shit, they'll just fine them fuckers like $2,000 for their first offense. I guarantee you they won't do it again. Promise. Blame Texas. I've seen people parking the curbside just to ask the order pusher a question. Wow. Yes, Irish, he would be brilliant at that. I think he would get closer to getting beat up and shot over the handicap spaces more than he would the shopping carts. Mad Dog says, I use the words entitled and asshats, and I'm being checked by the mods. The mod's automatic. What happens is, like, I have to put in a list of words to censor. And let's say it's part of a bigger word, like, for instance, asshats. It automatically does that. So, but it's a safe thing to do because it covers a lot of ground. And a lot of you folks, I know how you talk, so I can kind of decipher. Iris says 1 pound of fine glitter straight through their window. That'll do it. Well, no, because then we're like damaging property, basically. But no, I think they should get fined. Like, fine the shit out of them. I mean, give them a harsh enough fine that they won't do it again. And then I posted the damn TikTok video, the Valentine's thing, where these kids are going in and throwing shit in the floor. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't care how old they are. Punish them if you can't punish them, punish their parents to the point that they'll think twice about doing it. I mean, that shit's nonsense. TM Lens, people who just park by the building because they are too important to use an actual parking spot. Yep, that too. And a lot of those people probably need to do some exercise and walk a little bit. Just saying. Mad Dog says the lovely crap pockets to park in the fire lane. I told people, yeah, that's good. Yes, Mel, that video was extremely enraging. And if you haven't seen it, I mean, God, you can just go to TikTok and you'll find a million videos of assholes going into stores, throwing shit in the floor, doing whatever for TikTok, cred or whatnot. Man, I may would go to jail over some of that. Some of those kids, I probably would clothesline. Just run up to them. Oh, you want to be on TikTok? Bam! And like, do like a tombstone pile driver on top of a heart box of candies. That'll show them, something. But I mean, it's nonsense because, these stores, I mean, and that was a Walmart, in that video for the most part, they're understaffed. They're pissed off. They're angry already and they've got no help. And you're coming in there doing that bullshit? Shit. Send their asses to prison or, juvie or whatnot. There is no first offense you get off. One time. That's it. We're going to get you enough that you'll never do it again. Here says, oops, the shelf fall across your head. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that'd be good too, Russell. Put them in the figure 4 yelling, woo, till the cops come. That'd be good. And Mel, that's the point too. Someone's going to get hurt or killed over that shit. You're right. And it's going to be a tragic accident. You're going to have a pissed off LP officer get a hold of him. It's going to be some freak accident and someone's kid's going to die in the middle of a Walmart. And it's all going to be on video everywhere because they went in there doing something stupid. And that's the bad part. And parents, if you got kids, you need to be checking up on what they're doing. If you got kids, and they got TikTok, you need to be asking what they're posting. And if they don't like it, because chances are you're paying their fucking phone bill, if they ain't going to show you, you cut that shit off. Blank stares. I've seen a lot of comments on those vids from people telling them to clean it up. Warm my heart. Yeah, but that's the thing. The comments aren't gonna do it. They'll sit there and read comments. They ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, Blank Tiger. I mean, you're telling about that. We had one recently. They almost ended up with a Sears ass whooping. They should have got it. They should have. Yep, and there you go, Russell. They get sued and lose their job for doing their job. Yep. But that's nonsense, man. It's like you want to go into these kids' house. Oh, this is your room. This is your brand new PS5. Watch this. Throw it in the floor. Stomp on it. Yeah, see, they wouldn't like that shit. It's all fun and games until it's their own shit. But like I said, parents, if your kids are on social media, you need to be asking what your kids are posting on social media. And if they won't show you, you just need to cut it off. You're probably doing them a favor. Because I love technology, but that shit's out of, you can do so much good with technology and you can spread information and things like that, good things. But the social media thing with kids and, I'm on TikTok and I throw videos on there and whatnot, but I'm not, it's all war zone bullshit, right? But it's not like some of the nonsense you see on TikTok. These are some sad motherfuckers. I mean, it's like, come on. And it's always some fad or some new trend, it's just like Tide Pods and shit like that. You have kids get killed over that kind of nonsense. And that's a problem. Hero says, what happened? You break it, you buy it. TM Lynn, people who have never faced consequences. That's right. Well, Russell, the mom and pop stores, they can try that, but I can promise you they won't get away with it. I'm telling you, the cops have to prosecute. It's not, and that's the thing. A lot of these people aren't going in the mom and pop shops, so it's the low hanging fruit. They're going to Walmart or Target, and I'm not saying you should beat the hell out of them, but you should be able to have some sort of. That's why tasers should be like standard issue for employees. I feel like you should be able to tase one. Hell, I feel like you should be able to tase a customer per day, honestly. You can have like a scoreboard in the back. You can make it fun for your staff. How many Karens did you tase today? Give them a bonus off that shit. Mad Dog says, but parents have the mentality in stores that it's someone else's job to clean up or hide broken shit so they don't have to pay for it. Unfortunately, yes, I can't disagree with you there. And I don't know what went wrong where they were raised that was okay. I've talked about this early in the podcast history about how long I've been in the business and I watched society devolve in real time because, people think I'm crazy, man. 15, 20 years ago, if somebody had something in their cart they decided they weren't going to buy, they would take it back. That shit don't happen now. Oh, hell no. And it's not, and people will be like, oh, it's a race. It's not a race thing at all. It don't matter who they are. They do that shit. Little old lady, white trash, ghetto, they all do it. It's people lost their way on that shit. So Wednesday night, just to let you guys know, isn't going to be really topical. It's going to be like, birthday hangout. It's going to be a little bit more like this. Okay. For you folks that have been stuck around with us for that long, come on in, I want it to be celebratory. Once we get out of that, then we start getting back into the other stuff. But it's amazing, man. It's been 2 years, 2 years, I'm sitting in my bedroom collecting pandemic unemployment, wondering what I'm going to fucking do, and decide, hey, I'm going to go do this thing. It's been kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. So, and it's only cool because of you guys. It has nothing to do with me. And it's great that, I'm going to have Irish on board. And like I've said, There might be nights he's not going to be on, because the time difference is huge and he may have to be somewhere on the other side of the country, for whatnot. But, it's going to be cool having him there. Mel says, if you see someone putting something back where it belongs or putting the buggy in the corral or even bringing it back inside, you can be sure they probably work in retail. True. Maybe that's something that companies could look at that they could incentivize. Give like employees like little business cards or something. Maybe it's a 5% discount. It's not a lot, right? But you see a customer doing something good, and an associate can go say, hey, look, thank you for doing that. You helped make our job easier today. And you give them that. Maybe that's the way you fix it. Maybe that's it. You start rewarding good customer behavior, chastising bad, and then when you throw a discount in there, people will whore themselves out for money. So maybe that's the fix. TM Lynn says, thanks for putting out the business cards. Going to print some at work. Well, thank you for bringing it up because that kind of fell off my radar. That was definitely something I wanted to do. But, like I said, I just wanted to make sure, when I did it the other day, it was all black ink. So that way nobody has to waste any money on like colored pictures. The only problem with it is the QR code obviously is a black and white background. That's an actual graphic. But, it's cool. And if any of you guys do that, and if you're hanging them somewhere or put them somewhere, hey, send us a picture or whatnot. We'll put that stuff in the podcast. We'll show what people are doing. It's almost like street team stuff, and that's cool as shit. Blaine Texas, I always debate removing Wednesday night from my availability. I've mentioned several times. You don't like working Wednesday night. Well, that's the thing. When I started back to work, that was my only thing. I don't want to close on Wednesday nights, period. And it worked out. Even when I started in the meat department and then moved on to grocery department, even with doing that, it didn't affect it. And it doesn't affect Mondays either. And that's the reason why, I wanted to start doing these, because it's just like, one of you one day is going to have a really shitty day and want to vent. And if it's a situation like that, like if one of you guys have like a really, really bad day and you just want to vent here in the chat and get everybody's feedback and whatnot, send me a message and just let me know. And when we go live on a Monday, I'll be like, hey, well, so-and-so is going to be here. They want to talk about this, and we're going to talk about this. And that's okay. When I say it's not topical by something I pick. But if one of you out there has something you want to get off your chest, just let me know, and we'll sit here and dice it up. It's okay. And because that's what this is for. So, and because some of our days suck from time to time. Honestly, I'm pretty fortunate. Mine don't, but a lot of you guys out there, they do, Hero says, tell him it's for religious reasons. Yep. And you're right, TM Lens. It is an easy way to grow. Especially if you're out and about and you're shopping in like a retail place and you just see the nonsense and I haven't had the time to do it because really, we work and we go home. It's not like we go to Walmart a lot or whatnot. And I need to get, some better, I've got some business cards, but they're not really functional. I need to get some kind of like what I put up for everybody to download. You go to like a Walmart or whatnot, you start chatting up, whoever's ringing you up, hand them a stack of them. Say, hey, share this with your people, and just tell them it's a place you can go and if you've got something to say or you need to get something off your chest, hey, come on. And even on Wednesday nights, if we're going through a topic or whatnot and something comes over the chat that's like, whoa, wait a fucking minute, we will put the brakes on whatever we're talking about and we will go down that road. So that's not anything anybody has to worry about. It's like, it's we're equal opportunity, so to speak. Yeah, that's right, TM Lens, because you had posted on Twitter, it was a bad interaction you heard. And that's something that would be cool, Hero says, I hate going to Walmart. They probably need the war zone, but I still don't want to. Yeah, Walmart's a hard sell. But, I'll go in Walmart, electronics and whatnot, and I don't know why. I just do. Sometimes they for you people that play Nintendo Switch games, if you're aware, typically Walmart's cheaper than what the Nintendo going price is on physical copies. So that's always good. So you can save a little bit of money. Mel said, I told my boss I didn't want to have integrity anymore, so he gave me 24/7 unavailability. Wow. um, Mad Dog says, yeah, I'm pretty sure I said I don't want to work 24/7, but here I am living the fucking dream. Well, Mad Dog, you're not there yet. You know. Um, okay. Well, that's neat. Um, that I'm sorry. That's funny as fuck. Blame tag. Did you see that? Of course you did. So, blame tag says, "Oh shit, get that new/old Kirby at a discount." Damn right. Mad Dog says, "Just call a thief." Ain't worth it. Ain't worth it. I wish you fuckers would stop that shit. God, it drives me fucking insane. Stop it. They're not stealing from your fucking bank account. Yes, I did. Sometimes you just have to. Oh, well, okay, that's different. She ran into you. Okay. I just wish you folks would understand that if your companies gave two shits about shrink, they'd do something about it. And if they're not beefing up security in your store, stop that shit. All right? Just stop. Oh, Blame Tank says, my wife wants me to start a retail advice column on the serving times. Well, oh, by the way, you didn't respond to my comment. Mrs. Blame Tag was quite the hit the last time she was on in your absence. And she told us that you didn't know perfection until you met her. So whatever she wants, you better give it to her. Just saying. So you're gonna have like a Dear Abby section on the serving times. That would be great. Right, Mad Dog. Otherwise, LP would be in the building, not just watching registers. Yep. Hero says, I want to start the Mrs. Blame Tag fan club on Warzone. Dear Taggy. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's real good. But don't post it on Reddit, because if you do, you're going to get all sorts of nonsense. They do not appreciate the fine writing that you do. They're confused by it, I do believe. But, if you get reads off of it, it's worth it. Know your audience. I think that's what they say, right? Know your audience. So, but yes, you were listening at work, but yeah, she was stellar. It was very nice having her here. So, also too, I'd posted on Twitter. You may have seen it, may or not. There was a time way back last year where Mad Dog, Maiden, Hero, and Velvikins took over the podcast. I came on and just talked a little bit and then turned it over to them. There were some supposed issues, and I pulled it down and made it private. But now those issues have been resolved. So if you want to hear what it sounds like to have the ladies run the show, go look it up. It's called The Night the Ladies Took Over. And it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you did not see that tweet, go check it out. I mean, it's it's other perspective, and it's great. I mean, it was really, really cool. So if you curious, there you go. Four amazing women talking their shit. It's worth the listen. It's like an hour. I think that one went like almost an hour and 45 minutes too. So you're gonna have to take it in like doses. Of course, Mad Dog says that was the best episode ever. I'm not saying it wasn't bad. You know, I mean, it was a great episode. But yeah. Oh, also too, Irish, be prepared. We're gonna go down the self checkout road here again real shortly. I'm starting to see a whole lot of discourse about that again, and I have a thing about that. I'm sorry. So it's gonna be ugly. Blame Tag says, I used to do an advice column with Mel and some other guy, and someone wrote in about a guy she had a date with and dumped, but wondered if she could give him another chance. It was Mrs. Blame Tag. Wow. Wow. That's great. Iron Maiden was here earlier. I don't know if she's lurking, but she was here earlier in the chat. So, were you the person that was dumped, or you just happened to be the person to hear the story? And did you use that for nefarious means, Blame Tag? Inquiring minds want to know. That should be good. I'm intrigued. This is what they call palace intrigue. Oh, she meant you? She was talking about you? Ooh. Now look at you. You get to live a perfection every single day. Is it hard? It's got to be. I know I live a perfection every single day. It's difficult. Those are high standards. Oh, Mel's calling you out. Yes, Matt, tell the story. Ooh, this is good. This is good. Let's hear it. I know, Hero. I know. Plain Tank says, I didn't know it was her, though I suspected. Well, it seems like it worked out okay. Who had the cats? Did she have the cats, or you had the cats, or you both had cats and they intertwined? I suspect she had the cats. Oh, you have a bad lag? That's got to be on YouTube's end because everything looks good here. A little bit of droppage, not anything major. Let me look over here, see what we got going on. Like, for instance, right now, it is 8:54, and I just saw on YouTube where you said I have a bad lag. So, yeah, there is a difference between here and there. Actually, I think Twitch and Twitter and, believe it or not, Facebook are the closest. Twitter, if you watch it on Twitter, it's pretty much 1-to-1, which is really crazy. You know, who would have thought that? But I'm looking at it right now. Like on Twitter, I am seeing it on Twitter. There's very little lag. I just watched Hero's comment come over live and then immediately pop up on Twitter. Whereas on Twitch, it's there. YouTube, it just came through. Yeah, so there is a lag on YouTube. Huge. So she had the cats. Oh. Nice. Nice. Well, you have beautiful cats. I just want you to know that. A hero says it goes Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah, because the Twitter, the only thing that sucks about broadcasting on Twitter is I can't pull in any comments. Because if you were able to comment on Twitter, that would probably be the place to go because it is so quick and so one-to-one tech-wise. The others, they do lag from time to time. It's just the nature of how the streams work. So, but what you guys got? We're sitting at about 4 minutes till. Anybody got anything you want to add real quick? Anything you want to shout out or whatnot? Fucking Elon. Maybe it was Jack. Maybe Jack's the one who made sure that the streaming on Twitter worked okay, but you couldn't comment. I don't know. You know, I pay $17 when I renewed my Restream thing. I got a discount, so I pay like $17 a month on Restream, and it will allow you to stream to 5 channels for that fee. There is an option to stream to LinkedIn. I have not got it to work yet, but it would be kind of fun to all of us kind of like blindside LinkedIn, like everyone make a LinkedIn account and we do one that goes to LinkedIn and everybody's commenting. That'd be fantastic. That'd be a lot of fun. Absolute lot of fun. But what's your opinion of the best place for a first-time job for a teenager? I'm going to say this, and a lot of it has to do locally. I mean, it depends on what you have around you, but I will always say grocery store. Always. I think that's the best first job, for a teenager. I would rather see a teenager go to a grocery store than working in food. Just because there's a little bit, the stores are bigger, there is different opportunities to do different things. That's what I did. My first job was at a grocery store. And, within the first 3 years of working there, I'd worked just about every damn department. So I had some experience in a lot of different things. So, if you're talking about brand, it just really doesn't, it depends because everywhere everybody lives, look at the employment reviews for places around you. That's the best thing to see. It kind of give you an idea. Iris says, chat, what song would you like to rage quit to one day? Ooh. Oh, man. That's a good question, Iris. Wow. I'm thinking, Sabotage, that's good. Mine's going to be like eclectic, I can tell you right now. It's probably not going to be something that many people know here. My rage quit song would be part of me really wants to say Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, to be perfectly honest with you. But in a more fuck you kind of way, maybe Walk by Pantera. Mel says tearing up my heart. But yeah, Sabotage is a good one. I don't know. I'm a big music head, so there's so many different songs. I could see me like blowing out of work listening to like Square Hammer by Ghost or, War Machine by Kiss. It would really just depend on All Hell's Breaking Loose by Kiss. That would be a good one for me. But yeah. Backstreet Boys, fuck that. No. That would be a parody idea. Yeah. And ideally, some of us, if you're old enough to remember, there was the song, I'm probably getting the artist wrong. I think it was Johnny Paycheck, and the song was Take This Job and Shove It. It's amazing to me with everything that's going on in labor that somebody hasn't redone that song. I may need to look at that. Yeah, the Asshole song is a good one. Although the same stand-up routine that he did at the very end, there's a song that he does that's really all over the place. It would be better. Fuck You by Lily Allen would be really, really good too. That'd be a good one. Um, that that song's hilarious in itself. And I have to tell you, I believe it was Hero who introduced me to Lily Allen, and then I found that song. But yeah, that'd be a great one. Um, the best getting hired song would probably be "I'm Going Straight to Hell" by Driving and Crying. You know that should be like an orientation song. So, but good stuff. ODB, I want my money. Flowers by Molly is all the rage. Could be the new trend. You know, I saw that, and I'm going to call Hero out. I didn't like the song. I mean, I really didn't from a musical standpoint. If she was trying to fuss at me saying I didn't like the fact that it was women empowerment, that's not true. But I thought the song sucked. I didn't like the song. There's so much. I mean, you know, she can sing. I mean, I've seen her do like rock stuff and whatnot. She's got talent, but the song to me just didn't do anything for me. I get the whole, you know, buy yourself flowers shit and whatnot. I get that, but the song was just not. I just thought the song was weak. Falling in Reverse, Watch the World Burn. Yeah, that'd be good. Um, Rain and Blood by Slayer would be fun. But I don't know if you OGs are down with that or not. Okay, Mel. Yeah, exactly. I know that's all the rage, but I just thought musically the song was bad. If you're going to have a female, you know, artist that you know is really going to speak empowerment and whatnot, and I was unaware of her really until Hero. My vote would always be Pink. Pink is where it's at. I mean, a woman who doesn't give a shit about her image, she doesn't give a shit what anybody says, doesn't give a shit how she looks. She does her thing, and it's all good. So that's the kind of person you should be like, yeah, you know. Immigrant Song would be good. Yeah. Speaking of Zeppelin, no Adria this evening. I see. When the Levee Breaks, that would be good. Um, It's Not Me, It's You by Lily Allen. Okay, yeah. Pink or Meredith. I can't get past Bitch. I'm sorry, Meredith Brooks. That Bitch song was such a what's the word I'm looking for? Calculated song. We'll leave it at that. That was meant to sell records. Um, you know, it's but yeah, Pink, Unmatched. Yeah, really. Long Kiss Goodnight. Yeah. Um, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of songs we could all quit to. I mean, I think if we went back and went through our music catalog of stuff that we like and whatnot, I'm sure there's some pretty violent shit that you could walk out to. And then again, I mean, you know, imagine quitting to like, if you're a wrestling fan, like you quit and you walk out to like Stone Cold's music and the glass breaks or shit like that. There's so much you could do, you know. I think we should normalize having cool quitting videos with excellent soundtracks. I think that would be a lot of fucking fun. A lot of fun. Dropkick Murphys, that's good. Just a mic drop. Well, that's true too. Hero, that's a good one. I quit. Bam. You know, I do like the trend of where people have started leaving sympathy cards for the management when they quit and turn in their notice. That is fantastic. Um, I do not watch a lot of movies, to be honest with you. And I get a lot of hassle about that from some people at work because they're always asking me about movies. I've never seen Train Spotting, so I don't know. Need to post a mega thread for this. Yeah, jump on that. Jump on that. Tag me in it. Tag Irish in it. Um, and then there's no way to do a poll for that because you only have limited choices. But it'd be kind of interesting to post that and see what the most recurring song was. I'll be honest with you. If you were to do a poll, I'll bet you that Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit will be in the top three. Because I mean, the lyric is it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. You know, everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. I mean, that's the lyric. I mean, it kind of finds it lends itself to that. Just quit like the dude in Half Baked. Wanderlust King. I've never heard that. I'll look it up though. Hero says, sorry for your lost retail Warzone cards. That would be fantastic. We can make that happen. That would be cool. Doobie says, I find it strange that at my current job at Target, the recession and inflation isn't slowing down our business. Our Target store is like going to your favorite mall. Well, Target's a special thing. Target has a client base that's always going to come no matter what. All right, everybody, we're sitting at hour 6. So, Wednesday night, once again, come to the birthday party. I don't know what we're going to do. There's not going to be prizes. There might be a pin the tail on a donkey. I don't know. We'll come up with something. It's not going to be very topic focused or whatnot. It's going to be a good time. We can talk about all the shit that's went down over the past 2 years, and then we get back to business after that. But having said that, I want everybody to have a great night. All right. I want everybody to enjoy what you do. Doobie, that is awesome that you got out of Kroger and you're working for somewhere that you enjoy. That's always a plus. So everybody stay safe, stay well, and because we need you on board when we reach year 3. So everybody have a good night, stay out of trouble, and we'll see you next time.